You might be surprised to learn that each year, 48 million Americans suffer from food poisoning, and more than 3,000 of them die. Many of these victims are elderly. According to the CDC, older adults are at a much higher risk because their immune systems aren't as strong as they once were. What's truly alarming is that your refrigerator, a device meant to keep your food safe, might actually be making your meals more dangerous. Recent studies show that improper storage inside the fridge can lead to toxic chemical reactions, nutrient loss, and even foodborne illness. And the worst part? Most people have no idea. If you've been storing certain fruits, vegetables, or staples in the fridge without much thought, it could be putting your health at risk. The first item on this list is especially concerning. It not only loses nutrients in cold temperatures, but also produces harmful compounds. Keep reading to learn which everyday food should never be stored in the refrigerator. This information could protect your health or even save your life. 9. Potatoes. Potatoes are a kitchen staple, but putting them in the fridge can turn them into a hidden health hazard. When raw potatoes are chilled, the starch quickly converts into sugar. This might not sound dangerous, but when cooked at high temperatures, these sugars can interact with amino acids to produce acrylamide, a chemical linked to cancer in animal studies. Refrigerated potatoes also become mushy, grainy, and discolored due to oxidation and nutrient loss. If your roasted potatoes have an odd sweetness or a strange texture, your fridge may be to blame. Instead, store potatoes in a cool, dry, and dark place, away from moisture and sunlight. 8. Bread. Contrary to popular belief, refrigerating bread doesn't keep it fresh. In fact, it causes the starches in bread to crystallize quickly, a process known as retrogradation. This speeds up staleness, making your bread dry, crumbly, and far less enjoyable. It gets worse. When bread loses moisture, it creates an ideal environment for mold. Moldy bread is more than unappetizing. It can be dangerous. Mycotoxins produced by some molds pose serious health risks, especially for seniors with weaker immune systems. Want your bread to last longer? Freeze it instead, slice it beforehand for convenience, and thaw only what you need. 7. Onions. Whole onions should never go in the fridge. The cold, humid environment causes them to absorb moisture and break down faster, leading to mold, mushy texture, and off flavors. Even worse, they can transfer their strong odor to nearby foods like butter or fruit. Sliced onions are a different story. They can be refrigerated if sealed tightly and used within a couple of days. But for whole onions, a pantry or other cool, dark, and ventilated space is ideal. 6. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are tropical fruits and don't fare well in the cold. Refrigeration interferes with their natural enzymes, halting the ripening process and robbing them of flavor and texture. The result? Bland, watery, and mealy tomatoes. Cold storage also reduces their vitamin C content and causes their skin to shrivel. Keep tomatoes at room temperature, stem side down, and away from direct sunlight. If they're overripe, use them immediately or cook them. 5. Garlic. Garlic is full of health-boosting sulfur compounds like allicin, but cold, humid conditions can ruin its chemistry. Refrigerated garlic may sprout early, lose flavor, and become rubbery. More dangerously, chopped garlic stored in oil can develop Clostridium botulinum, the bacterium that causes botulism, a rare but potentially fatal illness. Store whole garlic bulbs in a dry, ventilated area at room temperature. Use chopped garlic right away or store it in vinegar or lemon juice to reduce bacterial growth. Number 4. Coffee. Coffee is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture and odors like a sponge. Refrigerating coffee beans or grounds exposes them to condensation and surrounding food smells, ruining flavor, and encouraging mold growth. For freshness and taste, keep coffee in an opaque, airtight container in a cool, dry pantry. Never store it in the fridge. Number 3. Honey. Honey is naturally shelf-stable due to its low moisture and high acidity, but storing it in the fridge causes it to crystallize, becoming gritty and hard to use. The fridge causes it to crystallize, becoming gritty and hard to use. The fridge causes it to crystallize, becoming gritty and hard to use. The fridge causes it to crystallize, becoming gritty and hard to use. The fridge causes it to crystallize, becoming gritty and hard to use. The fridge causes it to crystallize. Worse, repeated exposure to moisture from opening and closing the jar can lead to fermentation or bacterial growth. Store honey in a tightly sealed container at room temperature, away from heat and direct light. Number 2. Bananas. Bananas don't belong in the fridge, especially when they're still ripening. Cold temperatures disrupt their ripening enzymes, leaving them gray, flavorless, and chemically damaged. The cold also causes antioxidants, like dopamine, to break down, nutrients that are especially valuable for older adults. Overripe bananas can be frozen for smoothies or baking, but fresh bananas should be stored at room temperature or hung on a hook. Number 1. Olive oil. Olive oil is a heart-healthy favorite, but refrigeration can ruin it. Cold temperatures cause the oil to solidify and lose its flavor profile. Worse, repeated changes in temperature speed up oxidation, reducing its antioxidant benefits and potentially generating harmful free radicals. Keep olive oil in a dark, airtight container away from heat and light. When stored properly, high-quality olive oil can stay fresh for up to 2 years. Final thoughts. Reorganizing your fridge may seem like a small change, but it can have a big impact on your health. Keep bananas, potatoes, onions, garlic, and tomatoes out of the fridge. Store bread at room temperature, or freeze it. Keep coffee in the pantry and preserve honey and olive oil in cool, dark places. Were you surprised by any of these? What changes will you make right away? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more smart health tips like these.